All right, so I got something banging in my ear here, but I'm going to go ahead and set up my, RTK unit. Let me shut off this stupid, what do you call it here? I got my telephone. I'm listening to political crap. So, we're not going to talk about politics today because, frankly, after what I saw on Tuesday, any doubts that I had in my own lying eyes were pretty much proven that there's a big problem with the current president, and anybody that was surprised by the performance has been watching only legacy media. But with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and set this thing up. So, I'm going to tell you something about this thing, and you're probably going to say, oh, well, it was free, so what do you expect? You're right. It 100% was free, and if I'd have paid $1 for it, I'd have been pissed. So this is the FJD unit, auto steer, GPS guidance gizmo, which, you know, whatever. It was free. All right, they gave it to me to use. There you go. Normally, oh shit, did you see what I did? Anyway, yeah. So, normally, let me see if I can just flip this around. I got a cold too, so you just hang with me. Normally, I would extend the legs, but I really only have to do 1, 2, 3, and then there's a small field on the other side, which is a straight line of sight, so I don't really have to worry about it too much. Now, we had gotten some rain here the other day. Not a whole hell of a lot of rain, but enough rain to really wake it up. These are soybeans, by the way. Soybeans with Deere pressure. I learned something. You can see that there is moisture in the ground. You can see that there's residue on the ground. And you can see that the deer have bitten off. Oh, that's not a bit. That hasn't been bit off. Oh, this one has. No? Yeah, this one has. You can see deer will come and grab these. So I let the grass and stuff grow a little bit longer before I spray it, just to give it, give the deer something else to graze through. So if you get like foxtail or barnyard grass like this growing, deer don't like this winging in their eyeballs, so they won't touch it. So now that the beans are at this point where they need to, you know, kind of sink or swim, I say sink or swim, where they kind of need to get the weeds out of them, I am getting this spraying done. So they're not very big fields. I think that's a 6-acre field. This is a 7-acre field. That's a little 4-acre piece, and then there's another 6-acre field over there. I am using Enlist, which is Liberty herbicide, and I did learn something about Liberty herbicide that I didn't know like a little while ago, and I'm going to tell you why I didn't know about it. Well, I didn't know about it because I haven't used Liberty in over 20 years. The last time we used Liberty was when it first came out. We were refusing to use anything Roundup Ready, which is a fact. My dad and my grandmother weren't going to use that type of technology because of the tech fee. So at that time, when Liberty had come out, hold on a second, this bastard. When Liberty had come out, they had said, well, for 2 cents an acre less and no tech fee, you can use Liberty herbicide. I believe it was an Aventis product at the time. But anyway, yeah, come on. So anyways, we used it very effectively. It worked really good with the very small leaves, weeds that were coming up. Grasses terminated it just like, and I mean just like Roundup, only faster. Ragweed takes it out. So if you've got any resistant weeds and you're using Enlist 3 beans or E3 beans or Extend beans, you can use Liberty herbicide to full effect, and it'll take out all the weeds that glyphosate misses. Now, here's a fun fact. You can use Roundup and Liberty herbicide as a tank mix, but you don't reduce either rate. I'm not doing that because I don't feel that I have weeds that are too big to kill with Liberty. But if you do have some weeds that are missed by Liberty, and there's a few, nothing big. These destroy cocklebur where Roundup barely touches it, and Liberty destroys cocklebur, destroys ragweed, destroys that hard to kill giant ragweed and mare's tail, just destroys it. And I destroyed stuff that was 8-10 inches tall just the other day, so that worked out really good. Now we're going to go back to this RTK unit by FJ Dynamics, and I'm going to tell you right now, if this thing wasn't free, I would have ripped it out of the damn tractor, boxed it back up, and sent it back to the people that actually gave it to me, because they're finally connected. So now that it finally connected, it takes forever, right? Then you just do that, and then I can go into my task, and I can look at, I gotta figure out which one that was. It should have been under, oh, I hope I have it. I'm hoping I have it. Let's see if it's under 1. Is it under 1? No, not under 1. How about Kingwood? Nope, not under Kingwood. How about that? Nope, not there. Let's do Crystal Springs. That'll give me an idea. Nope, not going to do it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have to go through this thing. Why am I having to do this? I sprayed here just the other day. Why is this being a problem? No. Well, you go through them all. Oh, what's this one? That was Nakla. We're not near that. Shicks, we're definitely not near that. No. I'm just wondering if it got stuck under something different. No, not there. No. Andy, no. There. Procaccini's, that's us right here. That's this place right here, Procaccini. No. Yeah, Procaccini. What do they got that under Plasniks? This is Procaccini's place. Why are we not coming up? Let's see. No? So, yeah, right? Yeah, there we go. So we're going to do this, and okay, we're going to do a no guidance field. Ready? So you got to hit that. You do the no guidance, and then you can go and do what you need to do. Now, earlier today, I had a problem with my brand new pump. Couldn't get any pressure out of it. I'm like going nuts, right? I'm going nuts. What the hell is wrong with this thing? The end to my hydraulic hose had one of those little pressure relief valves, and I've had problems with these before. I didn't realize I still had any of them, and lo and behold, the damn thing was just flat out no good. So I replaced it, and now I've got pressure again. So, and it's actually pumping right now, so we're good. Again, here's soybeans. I'm going to set my camera down, which I very rarely do anymore, because I don't like to set my camera out. Oh shoot. All right, I'm gonna set the camera down and get back to you here in a moment. All right, so I've got everything set up here. We could use some rain here one way or the other. We're gonna get rain. What I'm going to do is I'm just gonna set this camera right here, right? I don't really want to do that, but set this camera here, and you guys can watch me. I'm gonna take a piss, so let's see if you can hear that. You guys can watch me do this field. I don't have a fancy pants sprayer. I don't have the self-propelled sprayer. I would really love to have one, but we've had a couple of bad years of corn and soybeans, and we're not looking at a bad year right now. We're not looking at a perfect year, but we're not looking at a bad year right now. But I would really like to see some rain, and we're supposed to get some rain today, but they're lessening the amount of rainfall that we're going to get. And I have ragweed here, so this sprayer or this type of herbicide is going to take that ragweed right away, and you won't even, it'll just smoke it. In 3 days time, that'll be smoked. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set that up. I'm good. You just have to push a couple of buttons, and because I'm outside of the tractor, you're not going to see that. But I got to set my AB line. I like to do that on the outside round. I do the outside rounds first, and ready, set, spray. Okay, so I'm in the wrong gear. Yeah, I'm in the wrong gear. And now I'm going to set my AB line. You've probably lost me. If not, well, cool. If you have, well, oh well. So yeah, it's good. It's good. See if we're connected again. Ba-da-da-da. All right, hooked up. Yeah, we're connected, and that took me 11 minutes. That's not so bad. 11 minutes to pee, talk a little bit, and I don't even know if these things were connected the whole time. If it was connected the whole time, that would be freaking amazing. But anyway, yeah. Ooh, there we go. I'm going to shut you off for a second while I come into the next field, which was the first field I came to. Deer damage is light there, so I'm not going to complain about that. I did a burn down on this earlier in the spring before we planted. I kind of, oh come on, this thing's a pain in the ass. All right, so yeah, let's do that, let's do that. Do that, and I'm gonna turn you all around, and here we go. Ready? Oh wait, can't do that. I have to set this up. So I'll just shut that pump off. What you have to do when you set these up, you have to go into task, and then you go, because I did those fields, you go over here, and you're like, because that field has a religious cross in it, I named it the cross field. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to hit no guidance, and that's going to put me where I belong. These are all my other who's its, and I'm going to hit that. I'm going to hit OK. I'm going to hit start. I'm going to hit paint. I'm going to hit my there. I'm going to hit my AB line, and I am actually going to get started before I hit the AB line. And the reason I do that isn't because I like to. It's not because I need to. It's because I like to be completely straight where I'm going to go before I go ahead and hit that. And that'll put a little mark down in there. And I'm not going to go super fast because things, well, what the hell. I'll go super fast. I won't. Do I need to? I probably don't need to. I can do that. I'm putting down 22 gallons of solution with Liberty herbicide at a quart to the acre with a quart of Max Supreme spray adjuvant, ammonium sulfate, spray drift control. It's produced 4FS grow mark. Now I'm going to hit my B line, right? And I'm going to have to, there's some deer. Look at them deer. Well, I was talking earlier about the deer and what I discovered about Liberty herbicide. Deer don't like the taste of it, so it really just takes them right off. Takes them off the field. They do not like it. And I don't mind seeing a deer or a couple of deer or as many as 4 or 5 deer through the course of 50 acres. It's when you see 40 deer and the time that they're on here is very long. So I really dislike that. So what I'm going to do is call this one middle back. So I do is I hit the save button, I hit MIDDLE, and when I get, I'm actually going to stop to do this. There, I stopped, hit the space bar, BACK, and I hit the save button, and there it is. It's set my line, and we're off. Hit my spray, and we're going. We used to farm clear across where those trees are right there, but it's a wet spot, and before we had 4-wheel drive or front wheel assist tractors, you just couldn't get in there. And there's a ditch that goes between these two fields, and it dumps there. We used to farm clear over to the other fence line on the other side, but we can't do that anymore. I got stuck there with the 4430, and my dad forbid me to go across that wet spot. I had the chisel plow. It was down, sunk that thing in the ground down. We ended up disconnecting the chisel plow from the tractor and pulling the 4430 out with a 4010 and a 4320 because there was just no way in hell, and I mean no way in hell, that we were going to be able to. All right, so I got to get this thing going. I'm going to have a skipper over there. You can see the beans look pretty good, and I'm pretty happy with what we're doing. The response on this unit is very slow. With the John Deere, this wheel will just scream across. It'll scream across, get me online very quickly and efficiently, and I don't have to go back and fix spots. You know, I hate skippers, but I don't mind them. A skipper will let you know if you got herbicide damage or whatever. It'll let you know what kind of weeds you were able to control with the herbicide that you used and things like that. Now this ground has all had lime on it. This had, I think I put 2 tons of lime to the acre is what I ended up putting down, which is a good thing because really the last time we limed here was probably in 99, 2000, and it was hay for a very long time. pH wasn't terribly low, but the calcium levels were getting low, so I used high calcium lime. Dolomitic lime or magnesium lime is, it's about the same price, but it's a lot farther to go to get it, and I really ought to just trade in my my walking floor for a dump trailer so that I can dump out the lime a lot easier, and they don't complain about the dump trailer when it comes into the quarry to get that lime. And you'll see that I have a skipper there. But they do complain a lot about the walking floors. Matter of fact, the guy, I went in there and that guy come unglued. He's like, a loader operator, just a real pussy, you know. He's like, why can't I talk? You guys aren't supposed to come in here with those things. And he's going nuts. And when you're going nuts like that, I don't want to hear that. You know, you either going to load me and sell me this product, or you're going to be a whining fat little bitch that doesn't know how to run a loader carefully. You just want to be a Roscoe Ramjet and, you know, dump and go. And I get it. You're not getting paid by the load. Just take your time. They called in a Kawasaki loader, which was a good bit bigger than what the cat loader was that guy was running. It didn't look like it was a good bit bigger. It looked like it was a tiny bit bigger, but I had a guy that actually cared about getting me loaded without, you know, busting the side of the trailer off. So, yeah, I just hate people that complain about things. You know, I'm the kind of guy that overcomes problems, right? I just do. If there's a problem and I can get around it, buddy, I'm gonna get around it. I'm gonna drive through it. I'm gonna get past it. Life will be good. So, anyway, back to the Liberty and the deer repellent properties of this. I do sell and do have Penergetic BWV. I use it. It works great. The problem is, if you've got a population of deer that are already feeding on your crop, it's very difficult to get them off of there. Just next to near impossible to get them off of those fields. So it's better to spray that stuff before you plant, and it works. Oh, come on. All right, fine. You don't want to release me? That's another problem. This thing here, you will twist the steering wheel off before you can get that big fat motor here to release my steering. It sucks. I really, honestly, and it doesn't. You can push the button and it won't, like that. It just doesn't want to grab it, right? So you got to fight with it, and then you get a skipper, which I don't like. This is such a pain in the ass, this thing. So anyways, I guess if you're watching this thing and you were on the fence about an FJ Dynamics, it costs you about $7,500, $8,000 for this thing if you were to buy it. If you are not doing like what I'm doing, large amounts of ground with it, but you want to do, if you got a couple hundred acres, great, excellent choice. But if you're doing literally thousands of acres like I am with this thing, it's not fun. It's just not fun to do. So I think you know what I think? I've got a problem, and I think my my flow control valve, or my flow rate sensor is off, because this is atomizing this stuff, which is fine, and it seems like it's a more fine mist. I don't know if you can see it. Much finer mist than I'm used to it doing, or that it has done in the past. But if you can use a product that isn't costing you $1 to use for the intended purpose, for the unintended result, like deer, like Liberty, this Liberty herbicide, if you ask me, I honestly, truly believe that, come on, nope, ain't gonna do it, is it? There it goes. If it drives the deer off because it tastes bad for a week, then you've accomplished something wonderful. I know it makes it stink out here. I know 100% it makes it stink. So I'm gonna go ahead and take out these other weeds that I missed. Just shut you off. And then here's a spot. And I've got 2 more fields to do, and I think, oops, yeah, you dummy. You're probably gonna have a smaller piece. I hate running beans over like that, but I got my skipper, so hopefully I don't have to fold this up. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and flip you around. You can look at my ugly mug. If you didn't like what I did, well, don't watch. If you did, congratulations. You're one of the dying few. My